Hi, Brian.
Hi, Robin.
How are you doing today?
I'm very well.
So can you tell us a little bit about what Sun's direction, how Sun's direction has changed?
Yeah, Sun has moved into an area where financial services and insurance in particular is moved into its own practice. So we've become much more verticalized around the industry, as opposed to just being the traditional hardware package that sometimes Sun is viewed as.
Great. So how about, should I talk about the distribution channel portal?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the distribution channel.
Okay, so one of the things that we've decided to do is more than just putting together a portal, we said, you know, we really need an insurance-specific, verticalized portal for the insurance industry, and specifically around distribution channel and agents. So Sun has used the foundation products that we have, the Java Enterprise System suite of products, to build that foundation, and then we're incorporating our ISVs, our trusted partners, into that space to make a really more unique verticalized portal. We're going to be using our horizontal infrastructure products and products from Decision Tree Media, G2X, and Unirisks.
Okay.
The first thing that an agent needs to do when they log in the morning, that's so to speak the day in the life of an agent, is they want to check their calendar and what kind of mail messages they have, and you know whether anyone is on instant messaging. So that's their front page. And then, you know, what's really happened beyond the scenes is we use Decision Tree Media to generate really highly qualified leads. Those leads are, you know, we're measuring both explicit and implicit data, how long the user stayed on the site, as well as information that they've added into our forms to find out if these are qualified leads. And today's users, they really want to do some research on their own before speaking to an agent. So this also helps them feel like they're getting something from the site.
So this is a full customer relation management solution.
Exactly, exactly. So then the leads actually get fed into this portal. So when the agent comes in the morning, they have a whole list of leads that have been qualified that they can start making calls to. Once they do that, they can then go into their contact management system, which is through G2X, enter those leads in, respond to where the lead tracking came from. In this case, it would be a web lead, add information about their portfolio that may have been generated by the user, and they'll start to build a profile. G2X lets you manage that customer view all in one place.
Yep. Okay.
So that's the first part of it, and then of course you want to be able to generate a lead. So we're actually using, generate a quote. So we're actually using Unirisks to do that.
I can tell you about Unirisks.
And I think you're probably best qualified for that.
Okay. So. Right. Unirisk is provides a multiple distribution channel option. So within Unirisk, you generate a product once, and then you can distribute it through the web, through kiosks, through PDAs, through whichever media you wish to. Combined with the Sun product stream, basically what we produce is an insurance company out of the box. There's the hardware, with storage, the middleware, and also the distribution through the portal channel.
Right.
So full company out of the box. Okay. Unirisk have multiple live implementations on the Sun Solaris, and it's a proven technology throughout the world. They have implementations here in the US, implementations in Europe, and also implementations in Asia Pac.
So what you're really saying is that we're starting to join the technology to the actual business.
Very much so. We're going back to the change where Sun has moved into this practice model. We're now looking at using business issues to drive the solutions that we're taking to market.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, certainly. Within the Unirisk model, one of the things that we've attempted to do is to link that into some of the major issues. One of the major issues at the following events like Katrina is aggregating exposure within particular regions.
Okay.
Unirisk solution automatically comes with full aggregated exposure reporting. So if, for example, an agent takes too much risk or too much exposure within a particular region, instantly the carrier gets a flag to warn them that they are overexposed within that region. they can then either adjust their premiums or adjust their underwriting criteria to restrict any future exposure that they may get in that region.
Speaking of Katrina, I mean, I think one of the biggest parts of agents' day, or particularly claims adjuster day, is the claim side. So can you share with us a little bit about what we're doing on the claim side?
Certainly, we've been doing some fantastic work within the claims arena, working with partners such as Edge IPK and InfoGlide. We've been taking an approach which will allow us to deliver a modular claims application. So the obvious place to start is first notification of loss. So utilizing the Java Caps middleware and the presentation layer, we're able to create a experience for the call center operative, or even for the customer to notify that claim online. That is then, because we're utilizing the Java Caps middleware, we're then able to integrate into lots of other solutions. So, for example, InfoGlide have an identity resolution solution. That can then be driven to identify if witnesses, for example, had appeared on a auto claim previously. If they had, it may indicate perhaps that there's a fraudulent bit of behavior going on there. So that combined with a business rules will provide you with scoring, which will allow you to flag a claim at the earliest possible stage. Fraud in all lines of business costs the industry millions and millions of dollars or pounds worldwide. We are looking to build a solution which will allow insurers not only to fulfill the processing end to end, but also to build in these types of solutions which will allow them to restrict fraudulent behavior and minimize leakage from that claims process.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, very, very, very exciting.
I especially like the idea that you can pinpoint exactly where someone has been injured from a diagram.
There are some very interesting things that we're able to do graphically using the Edge IPK software. One of the interesting things that you mentioned is the fact that we can use graphics, and we can use graphics then to drive the process forward. So, for example, if we had a picture of a vehicle and we were able to indicate on that vehicle where the car had been damaged, and maybe indicate the severity of that damage, we could then forward that as a pre-estimate. It may then give us the opportunity to identify total losses at an earlier stage than we may have been able to do in the past. Every day you cut off with the life cycle of a claim, there is a potential saving for the insurance company.
That's great. I think that that pretty much sums up where we are today with the distribution channel portal. But we're constantly growing. We're adding more and more ISV partners into the solution, and this has just become a much bigger, more usable framework. I think is the best way to describe it for our customers. Absolutely, and
one of the things about the framework is we have the opportunity not only to sell it as a straight license as would happen traditionally, but with our partners we're able to offer a pure transactional model as well.
Right, and the other thing that I think is really important to mention is that it's not only is this integrated, which helps save a lot of cost in the actual implementation, but also it's integratable. So for customers that already have parts of this, they can just plug and play that right into the solution.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody's invested in something, and the last thing they want to do is throw that investment away.
Right. Okay, well, I think that sums up what we're talking about today.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you for coming and meeting me.